Berpindah keyakinan merupakan saat terpenting dalam hidup seseorang, tidak terkecuali bagi Garry Williams. Memeluk agama Islam merupakan perubahan besar yang terjadi dalam hidupnya. Dari pertemuan saya dengan Garry, saya menyadari memiliki keyakinan baru bagi seseorang bukanlah perkara yang sederhana. Mereka mengalami berbagai macam tekanan. Tentunya ada kebutuhan psikologis yang membuat mereka perlu ada sosok yang menguatkan akan keyakinannya yang baru.
Sebenarnya mungkin dia ngelihat saya beda kali ya, mungkin dari wanita muslim di Indonesia. Jadi karena saya kalau sudah waktunya sholat saya bilang sama dia, jadi saya nggak tinggalin. Jadi saya berani untuk ngekat pembicaraan dan melakukan sholat. Di situ mungkin dia melihat kok Ilona bisa seperti ini ya, apa sih yang sedang dia pelajari, dia imani itu apa, sehingga itu membuat dia belajar gitu tentang Islam jauh lebih dalam lagi. Dia cari tahu Allah itu siapa, mengapa Ilona takut sama Allah, mengapa Ilona patuh sama Allah, kayak gitu.
Sejak memutuskan menjadi seorang muslim, banyak hal yang harus dipelajari Garry tentang agama Islam. Tentunya perbedaan mendasar yang ia ketahui adalah tentang Islam itu sendiri. Sebelum menjadi mualaf, Garry Williams hampir tidak tahu apa-apa tentang Islam. Namun kini, berjalannya waktu dan dari berbagai sumber yang ia pelajari, Garry Williams kini sudah lebih mengenal tentang Islam, agama yang ia anut sekarang.
Okay, so before I'd met my wife Ilona in 2009, I barely knew anything about Islam. We were taught a few things in religious education while in school, but that was a long time before as well, so most of that had gone. I knew Islam was a religion of Saudi Arabia, the countries around there, and parts of Asia. I knew roughly where it was used. I knew Muslims prayed 5 times a day, and I think that's about it. I think that's most of what I knew. But then once I started learning, of course I learned a lot more. I learned about the way Muslims are supposed to help each other. I think before I didn't know much about what you can and can't do, so I learned about the pork and alcohol you can't eat. I learned, of course, how to pray. I learned about going to the mosque on Fridays. So just everything you need to be a Muslim I learned about afterwards, but before then it was hardly anything.
Menjadi seorang muslim tidaklah mudah bagi seseorang yang sama sekali belum mengenal Islam dalam hidupnya. Proses dalam menjalankan segala kewajiban yang harus dilakukan seorang muslim merupakan proses yang cukup panjang bagi Garry Williams. Namun dengan niat hati yang tulus, tentunya segala proses tersebut dapat dilalui dengan baik.
Yeah, the process wasn't that bad. It was quite smooth. To start with, I found it quite tough to get all 5 prayers in because of my work. My job had me working quite a lot of the day. So I would pray in the morning. When I woke up, I'd go straight to work after prayer. And then I would have a break in the afternoon. So then I'd get some more prayers in during that break, and then of course after work in the evening I could pray, but at work it wasn't really possible. So I got as many in as I could, most of the time maybe 4 prayers a day to start with, but then once I moved to Indonesia, of course it was a lot easier. Your work, your job allows you to pray, and once I was here it was a lot easier, a lot better.
Godaan terbesar bagi seorang mualaf adalah godaan akan kehidupannya yang lalu sebelum menjadi seorang mualaf. Seperti halnya mengonsumsi daging babi, pergi ke klub, ataupun meminum minuman keras. Tapi bagi Garry Williams, ia tidak pernah terlintas sekalipun dalam pikirannya untuk kembali ke kehidupannya yang lalu. Baginya, kehidupannya yang sekarang merupakan berkah yang luar biasa bagi dirinya.
So yeah, once I stopped drinking, eating pork, I don't think I ever wanted to go back to it. I wasn't ever really into drinking. It was just an occasional thing when I was out, so that wasn't an issue. The only pork I ever ate was maybe a bacon sandwich, which I won't lie is lovely. But again, it's only one thing, so it's not a problem leaving that behind. There's plenty of other nice things out there you can enjoy.
How to motivate yourself to stay istiqomah?
I try to remember the reason I'm a Muslim. I want to do the best I can by Allah, to please Him and not anger Him. So I try to do the best I can in that way. And I have a family as well. I have a wife and a son, so I need to do the best I can for them as well. So I just keep reminding myself to try to be the best person I can. If I want a reminder of what I should be like, then you can always look at Prophet Muhammad, of course. Look at the way he acted, the way he had his life. So yeah, it's try to uphold what I do for Allah and for my family.
Deep inside your heart, do you feel that you want to take your family to convert their beliefs into Muslims?
I've hoped, in a way, yeah. It's unlikely, of course. I'm the only one I know in a very large area where I lived who has converted. But I'm always hoping that if they've looked at me, they know what I've done. They've seen I've gone from living in a small town back in the UK in a boring job, really, not much of a future, and now with Islam, with all of this, it's made things a lot better for the future as well. Not just spiritually making you a good person, but it's even made life better in general. So I'm hoping they can look at that and see that and realise it's a positive thing all around. But at the moment, I think it's unlikely, but in the future, it's possible, who knows.
Menjadi seorang Muslim merupakan berkah yang luar biasa bagi Garry Williams. Kini, ia lebih menatap masa depan dalam kehidupannya. Kini, ia lebih mengutamakan keluarga dalam segala hal yang ia lakukan dalam hidupnya.
What is the advantage of your life now after you became a Muslim?
Before I was a Muslim, I didn't see much of a future. I was in a job which it was kind of stopped where it was to. There wasn't much to move on to. I wasn't sure where I'd be in the future. It was kind of just quite open. But now I've converted to Islam, I kind of had a better idea of what I want to be and where we want to go as a family in the future. And because of Islam, I have a family. If it wasn't for Islam, I wouldn't have a wife and a child. So that's a huge thing, that's a massive thing. And so yeah, our plans are just to be better people hopefully and be happy. That's the main thing. Yeah.
Dari seorang Garry Williams, saya belajar mengenai arti keluarga, tentang arti perjuangan dalam mendapatkan kehidupan yang diridhoi oleh Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala. Islam, sebuah agama yang benar yang membawa kita ke kehidupan yang lebih baik.
Far as I've learned over the time I've been a Muslim, Islam is supposed to be and is all about peace and respect of others. That's what I've always learned and thought. No matter who the other person is, whether they're of a different faith or not, you should still respect them and try to live as peacefully as possible. And You need to understand where people come into Islam from a different faith or from no faith at all. It doesn't matter who they were before they were a Muslim, it just matters who they are when they are a Muslim. So it doesn't matter if they just had tattoos all over their body, they went to drugs or whatever. As long as once they're a Muslim that's stopped and they're acting in the proper way, that's all that matters.
Demikian kisah mualaf untuk episode kali ini. Semoga dapat menginspirasi kita semua. Sampai berjumpa di episode selanjutnya. Tentu saja kita akan bertemu dengan orang-orang yang dapat membuat perubahan dalam hidup kita. Sampai jumpa. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.